Alright, this is part 3, and I'm being really long-winded, so I'm gonna try to rush this a bit. Okay, I think I left off on what you could do to, explore paganism in your Christian practice, without necessarily compromising your beliefs. And once again, that's something that you're gonna have to personally assess. But anyway, here are some ideas. One is to find your divine feminine, if that's something you feel you need. There are many different goddess choices or something similar to that you can make to incorporate within your theology. And I know that a really popular one, especially amongst Catholics, is Mother Mary, and a lot of Catholics feel a really deep connection to her, and they make her their goddess. Likewise, some people take Mary Magdalene to be their goddess because they see her as the consort of Jesus. And while I don't really know a whole lot more about the logistics of that, if that's something that strikes you as that makes sense to you, then you can explore that, learn more about her, and see if you really feel that way. Another really good one that I know that is my focus is Sophia, echoed in my name, Sophiana. Sophia was the Gnostic goddess of wisdom who brought matter into reality. And the Gnostics were a group of early Christians who were considered to be heretics, so they were kind of wiped out. But anyway, they believed that physical matter was bad. They were ascetics, but as pagans, we don't see the physical world to be bad. So I consider her to be a creatrix type. She's the Divine Mother. She is the comforter that we read about in the Old Testament. She's aligned with the Holy Spirit a lot of times, and she is the force that represents divine wisdom and truth, and I see her as a being of love as well. And she is the voice, like our conscious, the voice inside of us that tells us what is right and wrong. And so that's why I feel it's so important to listen to that inner voice, because that to me is the goddess inside of us speaking to us. Also, there's Shekinah, who I believe that the Kabbalah has a lot to say about her as the ultimate female or feminine part of the Godhead. She is basically just the feminine half of the ultimate God. So I don't know a whole lot about her, but you can look up more about her, especially in the Kabbalah, I believe. There's also Asherah, who was a mother and fertility goddess type in ancient Middle East, and a lot of the Hebrew people actually did worship her. That's why it talks about cutting down the Asherah trees and all that in the Old Testament. And thus, she was represented in a negative light in the Old Testament we have today, but she was often considered, from what I've read, she was often considered to be the consort of Yahweh. So that's definitely something to keep in mind if you have a more Old Testament lean to your faith. Another way to incorporate paganism into your religious practice is to celebrate the cycles of nature. It could be the changing of the seasons, the crop cycle, or the growth cycle of plants. Could be the waxing and waning of the moon. Anything you see in nature that inspires you and seems to teach you some sort of spiritual lesson, don't ignore it, indulge it. Embrace it. Learn all you can. Listen. And just try to keep in mind that nature can be it can be one of the best teachers out there. Another thing is to incorporate ritual into your life more. Of course, ritual isn't by any means strictly pagan. However, as Protestants don't have a whole lot of ritual in their lives, and bringing that into your religion can really balance you and teach you the importance of symbolism in our in our minds or whatever. One thing that I would suggest keeping in mind is that a lot of Christians are, one thing that's really important to a lot of Christians is morality, like traditional morality. And so as Christopaganisms, we are not asked to abandon the morals that we were brought up with. We can embrace any convictions we have. And we can stay strong in those, knowing that that's right for us. No matter whether people call us prude or uptight or just generally too traditional, if it's right for you, if you feel that your sense of right and wrong aligns with the traditional Christian view, then stick with it, because you have to listen to your convictions, or else you're going to find yourself off balance, and that's not good. So don't be afraid to hold on to the morality that you had growing up, because and especially in a Christian society such as today, it is relevant to treat others the way you would want to be treated, and it's relevant to live in the way that we were brought up, without growing stale. So try to avoid that as well. But if you feel like you need to hold on to your Christian morals, then don't be afraid to do it. There's a lot more I could say. Like, obviously any religion or any subset of religion, there could be novels written about that, and there certainly are. But just if there are any other things that I could be saying, or I could say about this, then just let me know. And if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll answer to the best of my ability. One more thing I would like to say is, if you're curious about this, if I didn't already plug it, then Christopaganism by the Higginbottoms is a great book. And I would really recommend it to open-minded Christians, or people wanting to explore this path, or anybody who's curious about it, because it will change your views on Christianity. And like I said, I might have already plugged this, I don't know, but it's definitely recommended reading. It's dry, but it's really good. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say, and I hope this was helpful. So you all have a good day. Goodbye.